So in this video, I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin versus Electroneum. Which one, in 10 years, 5 years time, will be doing much better? Which one will stand the test of time? And, in terms of problems and pros and cons, I'll be discussing those very briefly. So in my mind, Electroneum will probably be more successful than Bitcoin, or at least the model will be more successful. Now, there's a lot of things wrong with Bitcoin that I find at the moment. Typically, it was invented to be, a decentralized sort of currency, that the governments and the banks couldn't touch, and, everyday people would be using it. The problem with that is not many people know how to actually get hold of Bitcoin, and it's quite expensive to get hold of, albeit they're both decentralized. But Bitcoin itself, not everyone can go out and get the coin. If you mine it, it's very expensive. People don't want to get hold of it. So essentially, it's not really, made for mass adoption. And in terms of, Electroneum, it's very easy to get hold of. I've probably shown about 20 different people how to actually download the app. Now, these are people that don't have any interest in cryptocurrency, don't know how to actually use it, or what it's used for. They just don't know anything. And literally, I've got them online with the coin, and I've got them into the cryptocurrency market probably in about under 5 minutes. And they're very pleased with it, and they're just hoping Electroneum will go up and then they can obviously retire. But Bitcoin, as soon as you talk to people with Bitcoin, they're like, how do you get hold of it? Oh, you need to mine it, or you need to buy it. Well, if you have to buy a currency, then chances are I don't feel it's going to be that that successful. In terms of fees as well, Bitcoin, I send Bitcoin to people, I trade, I buy, and it typically takes many hours to actually go through. I mean, it's quicker than sort of Visa payments, which can take a day or two to clear, albeit they come out of your account instantly. Same with Bitcoin, but it's sort of left in the land of limbo. And when I've tested and tried Electroneum, I feel Electroneum will definitely, it goes through within, let's say, 2-3 minutes. So I know the network is different, there's different levels of traffic, but Electroneum, obviously, when that develops, it's made for fast, small payments, it's made for mass adoption, whereas Bitcoin is sort of turning into the gold of the internet. It's used to store wealth. But if I was to pick one of the two, it would definitely be Electroneum in terms of mass adoption. I don't feel Bitcoin is made for that. They've tried to bring out Bitcoin Cash, but it's a bad version of a spin-off. I think technology is great, but Electroneum does take the biscuit when it comes to that sort of thing. Now, don't take this video as I'm saying Bitcoin is horrible. I have most of my investments into Bitcoin. I don't have that much in Electroneum. However, I will be putting more money into that, and so hopefully establishing a large sort of foothold in terms of coin wealth. That being said, I definitely feel Electroneum, most people have mobile phones. You cannot get hold of Bitcoin on a mobile phone. You need sophisticated rigs, you need chips, you need quite a lot of quantitative power as well with that. So Bitcoin is not made for the mass adoption. Chances are not everybody, or 10-20% of people will eventually buy Bitcoin, unless it becomes the currency. But Electroneum has a good foothold. Great idea. I think definitely it's going to develop into something extraordinary, and I don't think Bitcoin can do the job it was set out to do, whereas Electroneum, everyone has mobiles, even in sort of third world countries. So I believe if it was Bitcoin versus Electroneum, Electroneum will be the one that will last 5 to 10 years, and albeit be much better and better use to society as a whole.